Hi, John here for Total Health Magazine and Total Health Television, Expo West 2018. And I actually normally save Klean Kanteen for Sunday because I make sure I stop here because the first thing or the last thing I do is make sure I can purchase or get my hands on what I consider to be the primo water, soup, coffee container on the planet.
Thank you for that.
But I got to tell you, I'm talking with Jeremy Cashman. Jeremy is the marketing manager for Klean Kanteen, and a couple of weeks ago there was a story circulating that somebody else that wears a red hat was going to pass a steel tariff, and I thought, oh no, maybe I should have bought twice as many Klean Kanteens last year. What's this going to mean to the cost of my Klean Kanteen?
You know, one of the things that we're looking at is what is the finer detail of that, right? So there's this overarching concept of that steel is going to have a much larger tariff. We're bringing in steel goods that are already manufactured, so we're thinking there are different levels to that, and we're still learning that right now. But rest assured, the price of our product isn't going to go up, it's going to remain the same. That's how we are. As a family-owned business, we aren't beholden to shareholders or anyone. We make sure that the end consumer is the number one consideration. So we'll continue with our mission, regardless of what happens with the tariffs.
All right, well that's really good news, and that's a great point. Family-owned, I think they're either the one of a handful or the only family-owned steel manufacturing company, aren't you?
Yeah, we're the only one in the category. We were the original within the market 13 years ago and launched the first steel mass-produced bottle in the United States. We've since grown internationally and have great success everywhere around the world. And the family-owned part of it is a unique piece. We are owned by a father and his two children, a brother and a sister. The sister lives around the corner in my neighborhood. Our kids go to school together. Right. So it's that common bond. We consider ourselves a company where it's hugs, not handshakes, and that's how we run our business. So,
where are you based?
We're based out of Chico, California, which is in Northern California, 80 miles north of Sacramento.
Okay, terrific. So let's talk briefly, because you have like some of the, I mean, whoever is your product designer, it just has done a masterful job, because every year, I don't know how you change them every year. It's kind of like, I sort of equate it to Starbucks. And you go into Starbucks, like, you know, different quarters, and they have a different pattern on the cups, and every once in a while they come out with something cool, but nobody touches you guys for cool.
Thanks.
I don't think so. I mean, your colors, and Clean Coat. What is Clean Coat?
Yeah, so this year we changed it up. In the past, we have used an acrylic paint process, which required a lot of water in the process. That water was then cleaned and dispersed properly, but you're still utilizing water in the process. And then we also realized that the acrylic paint that we had wasn't holding up to the thrills and spills that everybody's everyday life has. So we realized that we needed to be more durable. So we moved to a powder coat finish process. And everybody says, well, there's already been powder coat on the market and there's a ton of people out there doing it. Klean does things differently, and before we could get into that, we wanted to know exactly what was in powder coats, because not all powder coats are created the same. So when you put a product like this on the market, yes, you have to make sure that it is applicable to all food safety laws. However, it doesn't go a step beyond as to what does it do to the environment if it ends up in a landfill or recycling center or paint chips off out when you're in the backcountry. That bothered us, so we partnered with a company called Green Screen, and they had a chemistry-based process that allowed us to go through every single element of the paint coating and determine if it had an adverse effect on humans or on the environment. If it came on any scale, we removed it and found an alternative for it. So this was a 2-year process to develop this through trial and error, and then the result is Clean Coat. So it's 4 times more durable than our last. It's definitely not harmful to the environment or humans. As you'll feel, this is your standard gloss version, so it's exactly like our acrylic paint was in the past. And then when you move into our matte finish, it's got a more textured feel to it, more of a grip, almost like a sandpapery feel to it.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then we moved into, you mentioned design and color. What we really did this year is we wanted to touch upon nature. So we pulled all of our colors from nature, which you can see on our color wall over there. And it basically is just derived from nature, so we can have fun with it. You know, this is Seacrest, not Ryan Seacrest, but the actual ocean Seacrest. So we're playing off of that. Or you have your lemon curry and you're holding mineral red.
Oh, there you go. I like the mineral red. Goes with my great hat. All right, so This is this is great for soups too. You can
Yeah.
use this for soups. And
You can use this for soups. We also have food canisters for soups, insulated food canisters and whatnot. This is great for coffee. The lid is leak proof.
Right.
Throw it in your bag. I throw it in with my laptop.
Oh, that's what I
Don't
love.
worry about it.
I'm on the road all the time. I'm driving, I'm flying.
Absolutely.
And man, oh man, there's nothing worse than. Because I know I do have a Starbucks. I used to have a favorite Starbucks travel cup,
Yeah.
stainless steel, and if you're not careful, that stupid seal will twist, and
Yep.
you're not paying. And next thing you know, you got coffee everywhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
And these are great for
what I
coffee.
also love about these is they keep the coffee warm for hot for so long.
Absolutely. Well, I love testing it out. So yes, we have charts that mention
Oh, yeah.
it stays iced for X amount of hours and it stays hot. I like to throw that to the test. I mean, we
Yeah.
will use our large insulated growlers in our boat with our children. We won't put any ice in the cooler. We'll throw
Right.
ice water in that. We're in 105-degree temperature in the sun all day. End of day, still full of ice. You
Yeah.
could leave it in your car the next morning, still full of ice.
Okay.
So for that person that leaves the coffee in their car and goes in and does some shopping and comes out and it's lukewarm and they're just barely baby sipping it, it's going to be steaming, piping
No,
hot.
I agree. I
Yeah.
love it.
It's great.
That's why, because I have the.
Smoothies, ice, you name it.
Yeah.
Tea, coffee.
What's the one I have? I have the that.
Oh, so you have the 20-ounce vat classic.
No, I had last year I got a half dozen of the half size, the smaller ones, the 12 ounce.
Yep,
I think it's 12 ounce.
Yeah, 12 ounce.
And I found it just doesn't hold enough coffee. So I'm upgrading to the 20 ounce this year.
Nice, good
And
man.
I got the 2 quart. I got a couple of the 2 quart ones.
Yep.
But people wouldn't let me keep them. I had to give them away.
Oh, see, yeah. You
Yeah,
steal them.
I'm telling you about what's great about the 2 quart one. We don't drink enough water.
Yes.
So the best thing you can do,
Fill one in the beginning
fill
of
one
the
of those
day.
up in the beginning of the
You know
day.
you have to finish it by the end of the day.
Take it to work and make sure that is empty by the end of the day.
Exactly what I do.
Yeah.
I actually put on our 64-ounce bottle, I'll put a sport cap on it, and people call you Baby Huey in the office because you're drinking out of this
You got a
ginormous
sports
thing.
cap handy? Yeah, grab me a sports cap there. Yeah, so explain this. So this is your sports cap.
This is just our sports cap. It's not leak proof like this, but it is leak resistant. So you wouldn't want it in your bag like this, but it's
Right.
definitely going to hold up to the thrills and spills of your life this way. This is a co-branded version that we did with Cliff Bar recently, but
Okay.
it just shows the versatility of it. You know, it's got a rubber top to it, so
Right.
it's not going to hurt you if it hits your mouth or whatever. You can hook it on your carabiner for your backpack or simple
Right.
carrying. Really great option. And all of our caps are interchangeable. So if you have this size, whether it's insulated or not insulated single wall, our caps fit everything. Same thing on the wides. If
Right.
you have a single wall wide and
great.
you want to put a cafe cap on it, go ahead.
And
You want
this
to
way
put a
you've got
loop cap
something
on
so
it?
you can
Absolutely.
all interchangeable.
Yep.
Oh, that's terrific. All right, so what's with the cork ones?
This is
I
what
like
we
to-
call our reflect line. So this is what I would refer to as maybe a minimalist's line with
Right.
regard to the types of materials that holds their food. So while we do have food grade plastic here, a lot of people don't want that touching their food. So
Right.
this is an alternative to that, where we used sustainably resourced bamboo for the top of the lid,
Right.
and then it's an all steel enclosure. So it's all steel.
okay.
When you go to put your beverage in there will be no plastic. There is a silicone food grade bead around here for closure, but definitely plastic free. So this
Okay.
is kind of a premium line. This is a single wall. It also comes in insulated. It comes in a brushed finish and also a mirror finish.
Right. It's very nice looking.
Yes, it's a popular one. You'll find those in the Whole Foods markets.
Okay. Well, I do encourage our viewers and our readers, if you're looking for a really eco-friendly solution, because the other thing I love about your product, I have to go back a few months, I watched the Plastic Ocean.
Yes.
I watched that and it's like, oh man, it's just like tore my heart apart.
That's our mission,
Yeah.
is to remove single-use waste, and we've really pushed into plastics and removing straws. We just created steel straws that we're using now.
Yeah, I saw those.
To help fight the battle
Right.
against straws. It's the foundation of what we are and what we do. We make solutions, we don't make products, and that's what we push.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for taking the time to talk
Thanks
with
for
us.
coming and seeing us, and if anybody wants to learn more, go to cleankanteen.com.
Jeremy Cashman, Marketing Director for Klean Kanteen. As you said, Klean Kanteen. Follow the links below. There is always links there. And choose your favorite model. You can't have just one, let me tell you. That's it for this moment. I'm off to somewhere else to see if I can find another company that's going to be interested in helping make America cool again. I'm John Barsa for Total Health Magazine. Bye for now.